Oh, dang. Did I actually go into Lake Valor before?
Yes.
Did they blow it up after I came here?
They blew it up before you came here?
Was this the one that was blown up?
Yeah, this is the one with the flopping fish all over the place, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and the fires.
Yeah.
And still some people hanging out.
And still some Magikarp getting by.
You think that they would have just, like, magic carpet padded together into a Mega Gyarados or something.
Right. One of these fish has to be mad. At least one of these fish has got to be actually pissed off.
No, they're all just dejected.
Like,
they're resigned to their misfortune. Where did the water drain? Did they just blow it? Did they
That's what I'm wondering. Did they
vaporize
did
the
they
water?
vaporize it? Was the explosion
electrolysis explosion?
right so fierce that now there's a bunch of they took their hydrogen fuel and it just
maybe that's what it was. Rapid processing of the lake into bottled hydrogen.
You know, boom, there it is.
And loose oxygen. So everybody was a little high.
Yep. And the water just went up into the atmosphere, and we're all going to have some real funky rain. Which is my favorite Tay Zonde song, actually.
Funky rain.
Drink it down your stomach, feels the pain. I lean away from the mic to breathe in. The parenthetical stage direction thing that he does there is so good. Like, I get that he's literally just explaining what he's doing, but...
There's an item over there, yeah?
There is.
Yeah, no, that's...
I think we got a little into Surf World Tour, and I got annoyed with Waterfall being such a common thing that I just stopped.
Yeah.
Another rare candy. All right.
Hey, there you go.
I just don't want...
A shortcut for Roscoe if you need to is good.
Wow, really?
Honestly, he's probably the #1 in the farm.
Oh, easily, yeah.
Even you probably have people who are higher level, closer to team level, but I think Roscoe's probably the
more than likely the first alternate should anything happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to be on the A team when I get to the gym unless by some miracle I get him up 30 levels and I decide Delmar is no longer necessary, but
yeah.
We're also barely getting experience. Like, Roscoe's getting levels because he's half of the level of everybody else.
No, if you wanted to, like, if you needed to grind his levels some, you could dip into the underground.
Yeah.
Because things are always
fuck around down there.
Level relevant for you.
I would have to dump the rest. Well, I guess that's true. I was going to say I have to dump the rest of my team, but I could also just not do that, and he will just gain a whole shitload of levels by virtue of being so far below the stuff that is being fought by teammates.
So there's the first thing that you're like, oh, I'm going to need a Rock Climb World Tour.
Yeah.
And also this city is infuriating to navigate around.
Yeah, there's a lot of goddamn walls and shit. Another rare candy?
I think this one's a TM, but don't quote me on that.
Probably a TM. No, full incense. All right. A full jar of incense.
All right.
All the other ones are half full. They're kind of disappointing in that way, but
who is the full incense for? Does that get you a Munchlax?
Oh boy. Probably. That sounds right.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because those incenses are all...
Makes the holder bloated and slow-moving, yeah.
The only way that you can get certain Pokemon to make their egg Pokemon.
Yes.
Because under normal circumstances, they'll just make
more of themselves.
An egg that hatches directly into a Snorlax.
Yeah. Essentially, all the baby Pokemon brought in like Gen 2, essentially, are still, to this day, incense-based egg laying. Which, honestly, I feel kind of strange about. Like, there's a lot of item bloat in Pokemon at this point.
Yeah.
You find one thing, and, like, okay, here's your full incense. You get one of it this game. And it's like, that's just kind of it. And then...
Yeah. So you can procure one Munchlax through breeding.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
Or I guess it doesn't use it up, right?
No, yeah. It doesn't use it up. It'll still have it. But it's just like, all right, this feels like...
They could just make it so that you get incense and that unlocks babies or something.
Or just at this point be like Snorlax lay eggs that have Munchlaxes in them. It doesn't need to be an incense thing anymore.
It doesn't need to be. Or they could fold them all down into one Barry Manilow tape.
All I'm saying is it's been 25 years. I think we're okay to not... I don't know.
It's a big deal when they make cutbacks. They only ever add.
Right. Very rarely do they simplify the process. Like they did it recently for
Right. And
during Scarlet and Violet. I found out that Crabominable, you used to only essentially be able to evolve if you brought it to Sun and Moon's version of Victory Road.
Really?
You had to level it up on Mount Lanakila.
Oh,
and that was the
wow.
only way to evolve it. Now you just use an Ice Stone.
Okay, so they switched some of them to stones.
Yeah,
all the ones that had to be at the Mossy Rock or the Icy Rock are now.
Mossy Rock and Icy Rock are by and large gone at this point, and they've just replaced them with like
they
Grass Stone and Ice Stone.
Exist as a token thing you can find in like Sword and Shield.
Yep.
You
I think
run
Arceus
across them in
has it too.
Arceus. Yep.
Yeah. I don't believe that they're necessary though anymore.
Are they in Scarlet and Violet? I don't ever recall coming across.
I don't think so.
A Mossy Rock.
But I don't know for sure. And I think we're also now good to start taking on Team Galactic.
Nice.
Team Galactic is... I guess I'm trying to remember what their main typings are. I think they stick with like the standard poison and dark style stuff, but they might have like steel in there.
I mean, the goons all have like the 4 Pokemon. You're gonna run into like Stunkies and Peruglies.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God damn it. What am I doing? I want to go... Oh, there's stairs right there. Jesus Christ. I was like, what am I doing wrong here? Yeah, I'm trying to decide basically if I should put Delmar back on the team, and I'm feeling like I probably should.
He's good to have around.
Yeah. I mean, like, as opposed to Roscoe staying on the team for this next chunk.
I mean, these are trainer battles where you get the best experience bump.
Yeah.
It might be good to give it to... I mean, you still have, like, Delmar's 52, right?
51, I think.
Oh, is he only 51? You've
Yeah.
got a handful of 52s now on your team.
I do.
Yeah, so it's Zubat, Golbat, Wurmple, Silcoon, Krogunk,
All right, so
Glameow, Dustox, Stunky.
I'm gonna say a lot of
occasionally a Bronzor.
A bunch of poison types, which is pretty expectable. Some bug types.
Like Bronzor is the only wild card in there. Everything else is
Alright.
pretty like low tier.
God damn it, where the fuck is the Pokemon Center?
So they don't even have like Crobats. They have Golbats, but not. They never go full send, right?
They never go full Crobat.
Not the grunts.
That's
one
true.
of the
Commanders
leaders might have a Crobat. I don't know. I'm not going to look that up for you.
That's fair. Delmar.
I think you've seen all the Commanders teams except for the big boss at this point. Haven't you fought everybody now?
Yeah, I don't know. We might have fought Cyrus once, but we've definitely fought Jupiter, Mars, and Saturn.
I feel like he's just like moodied at you a couple times, and you haven't fought him.
Maybe. I don't recall.
You've had like NPC interactions where he's like, "None of this matters."
Well, if we haven't fought him yet, we're essentially guaranteed to fight him here at headquarters.
Galactic headquarters.
Yeah,
up in the top of the tower.
Yeah. Yep.
What,
On the
Giovanni
11th
clone?
floor,
You're gonna fight him?
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, if anything, Galactic is weird in that they feel kind of like less strictly Yakuza inspired, but the structure of them is almost identical to Team Rocket, with the main difference being that Team Rocket was into petty crimes and violent activities in general, whereas Team Galactic is more blatantly terroristic.
Yeah, environmental terrorism.
Yeah.
Which,
granted, annoyingly,
the good of mankind?
Well, annoyingly, the generation before this also had eco-terrorists as the villain team.
Is that Aqua and Magma?
Yeah, Aqua and Magma were more brazenly eco-terrorists. These ones are terrorists that have a front of being an energy company, I think, right?
These
guys are an energy thing.
Yeah,
but
they're trying to harness
bent.
ultimate power, right?
Yeah.
They're
with their big spike-covered headquarters, very normal.
I mean, to be fair to the building designer,
what they do.
There are a lot of buildings that have spikies on them to keep like birds from.
Yeah. Aw, I'm sorry. That is kind of a if that was your Clefairy, I'd feel legitimately a little bad about that.
Yeah, well,
my partner called it quits and went back to his hometown.
Good.
Okay. I don't know anything about any storage key
that I left here.
Yeah.
I'm also quitting.
Nice. I kind of hope this was him being like, I think I'm just done here. I do feel if it was a team issued Clefairy, I don't really care too much. If it was his Clefairy specifically, I do feel a little bad about that.
I feel like it was probably his Clefairy specifically. I think that one of the requirements is probably that you you bring a Pokemon to the team, right? And it becomes team property. That's probably a thing.
Cosmic Energy for the win.
It's
very weird that they're like
harness that boundless energy.
Like Galactic Veilstone building.
Yeah. They're trying to hide that it's the headquarters,
right?
that it's HQ.
But it's also everyone knows Team Galactic exists. It's
right.
the most paper thin. Like Team Rocket owned that they were Team Rocket. Team Aqua and Magma had their heightened, like their elevated, like pedestal they put themselves on, but people understood who they were, what they were. Like Team Flare, at the very, or I guess, yeah, Team Flare at the very least was a tiny bit more of a mystery of what their deal was. Like Team Flare was pretty overt about it, but not Sycamore, Lysander was trying to stay below the surface, and Malva on the Elite Four was also like trying to keep the lead buried a little bit. But I'm trying to remember, Black and White was Team Nebula, I think. They're like the only ones who actively tried to, and that wasn't even the team itself trying to hide what their true intentions were. The leaders of the organization were lying to the rest of the organization about what Team Nebula was.
I mean, that's sort of what happened in Sun and Moon, too.
I guess that's true to an extent.
Right, like
Team Skull, like...
Well, oh no, not for Team Skull.
You're
for
thinking the Ether Foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah, they also had a very,
the secret bad guys.
Yeah.
Not the team. Because that's...
Team Skull are just hooligans.
Yeah, that's hooligans. We've had 3 generations of hooligans now.
Yeah.
Of one flavor or another.
It is feeling a little old at this point.
We have punk kid hooligans, we have soccer hooligans, and then we have...
delinquent hooligans?
Well, I mean... You've cleared all that stuff now.
Oh yeah, Team Star is all clear at this point.
They were bullied.
Yeah, they were bullied.
And stopped going to school.
Yep. And then for their own survival, we're like, all right, fuck this. We're gonna form a gang.
Yeah. They were
do
gang.
I have to go into
underdog,
my bag and do this manually?
Underdog hoodlum gang. No, you have to sneak in. What's this key called?
The storage key.
Where's the storage?
Well, there's this back room, but aside from that, there's also the warehouses on the west side of town. Okay, that's just on the other side of that. Can I?
No.
Okay, that's the exit thing only.
You gotta sneak into the building. It's a whole thing.
I know. Yeah, I would like a proper villain team again. They don't even have to be sympathetic. I just want them to be like actual bad guys.
Yeah, I feel like they're trying to avoid Yakuza thing, right?
Oh, sure.
Like, there are probably actual businesses that are like, yeah, I do have the key. Obviously, I'm part of the team.
Oh, huh? That's not what this is about? All right, the rusty door creaked open. The store key snapped off inside the keyhole.
Hey, you can only use it once, but the door is permanently open, so what does it matter?
Yeah, right? Okay, bye, dude. Duskstone. Nice. But yeah, no, I think the last truly villainous overtly villainous antagonist that we've had would have been... I'm just like trying to backstep through everything.
Antagonist team. Like whole game antagonist.
Honestly, even just antagonist. I think the last true antagonist that we've had is Lusamine, who was in the middle of a colossal mental breakdown over the course of that situation. Like, Chairman Rose is antagonistic towards us, but he believes that he has to save the planet kind of deal.
I guess
Lusamine
so.
is like, I want the power of the...
He summoned a, like, space god. That's not exactly really
or
save the world. Or he hatched
a space god, I think, because the egg was, like, the chrysalis was already here, I think, wasn't it?
For...
Eternatus?
Eternatus? He didn't pull it through a portal? He hatched it?
I don't remember.
It might be.
I know when you fight him, the backdrop is the hatched cocoon of Eternatus behind you, essentially. Wow, this is straight up the Team Rocket building. It's like the exact same idea as those.
He hatched it from a meteor. This quick text says that it has been on Earth for 20,000 years.
Okay.
In the
plot.
And
I think that's what... Yeah, I think the ancient history that they kept bringing up of Galar had to do with that and with the power that it brought with it.
That striking the Earth. That's where the Dynamax crystal stuff comes from.
Exactly. Which, boy, I sure love that crystals keep coming up as a thing in Pokemon games now too. I don't know. We'll come back next time. We're gonna keep complaining. It's gonna be great. Everyone loves it. Bye.